everybody. Welcome to the Ron T Show for the first episode. It's the 2nd of January. And I know I'm here by myself, but Nate said he'd be here in like 5 minutes. And then once he gets here, we'll do the coronation because I know that's why all of you are here. And then as his king, I have some questions for the boy. But there's a lot of stuff to talk about this week. We are going to discuss how my earbud fell out. What we're going to discuss how Aaron Rodgers is a giant flaming piece of shit. I mean, and that's coming from a Packer fan. All right. I hope he never gets into the Packer Hall of Fame. I know that they're going to be dumb and they're going to let him into the Hall of Fame at some point. Intern, where's the Hall of Fame at? Because I know the baseball one is in no, the actual like the NFL Hall of Fame. Because I know the it's in Canton? Okay, because I know, isn't the Baseball Hall of Fame in Ohio too? I'm so confused with things. Cooperstown, that's New York. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to talk about what Aaron Rodgers did to piss me off. Now, normally, this wouldn't upset me if he just ran his fucking mouth, right? If he just kept on dealing out stupid words from his cum catcher, it wouldn't bother me. I really wouldn't give a shit. But he had to open his mouth about someone who doesn't need my defending. Like I don't need to defend the guy, but I want to because he's a fellow late night host. And he's a fellow fan of Letterman. And that is a big deal to me. Like my buddy Brian and I are huge Letterman fans. When we were in high school, we'd call each other at 10:30 at night and be like, "Are you watching Letterman? You see who he's got on?" We'd be weird about it because Letterman was just so funny to us. And then kind of Conan took his steps, but late night's not what late night used to be. Okay, the show's on at 11 o'clock at night. This show is a late night show. And I didn't button the top button on my shirt because I'm fucking awesome. And that's just the way it goes. But yeah, as soon as Nate gets here, we'll do the coronation and then we'll get into that. And because I have a lot of things to say to not just Aaron Rodgers, but to Pat McAfee. And all sorts of other stuff. I know that the Epstein list was supposed to come out today, and I was hoping it would have, so I could have had something to say about that. But of course, they pushed it back to the 22nd. And yes, I would love to do an episode from Hawaii. I would love to do an episode from Hawaii. But let's do it. Let's do it on the island where they treat all the lepers, and then maybe they can help me with my my gut. I'll just, you know what I'll do? I'll put dried oatmeal with green food coloring. Yeah, Colin says possibly the 22nd. He highly doubts the list will ever come out. The list is essentially just going to be a bunch of made up people and Donald Trump. It's going to be like Abe Vigoda, Barney Miller, Cordell Walker from Walker, Texas Ranger, because he told that kid he had AIDS. Yeah, it's gonna be like when Republicans win an election and then they go back and see all the people who voted for whoever, and it ends up being they're all dead. Like on The Simpsons when Sideshow Bob won the mayoral election. So that's going to be an interesting It'll be a bunch of. It'll be like just like Chris Jericho's list. Chris Jericho's list of NDAs that he had women sign. The fucking pervert. The hypocrite. That's something else he can talk about too. I don't discuss internet rumors. Fuck you, Tony Khan. Go do another line. You fucking mark. That's right. You heard what I said. I called Tony Khan a fucking mark. I do love it though when I watched the media scrum for World's End, and he, you could tell he wanted to hug Swerve Strickland, and Swerve was just not having any of it at all, and neither was Joe, which I think is hilarious. Because fuck that guy. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, so I have my Blu-ray of Body Count. I can't wait for everybody to see it. Yeah, okay, they're heels, but the problem isn't Timeless Tony Storm supposed to be a heel? He was hugging her and holding her hand and wearing her hat and had sunglasses on. That kind of thing. So it's like he can't keep kayfabe. He can't. He's a fucking dumb. And that's just the way it is. He's a big fucking dumb. I say that, and I'm just like, what are you gonna? Huh? I don't know why. I was just told the picture went out. Can everybody hear me, see me? Everybody hear me? Hear me, see me. Okay. Oh, hey, Kit Kat, how's it going? You might have to refresh, intern. But yeah, we'll as soon as Nate gets here, we're doing the coronation. In fact, I'll give you guys a little bit of actually what's going to happen after the show. I'm going to be streaming more Wolfenstein because I love killing Nazis. But yeah, so I don't know if I've shown anybody this, but I have an actual crown. I didn't go to Burger King. I didn't say, hey, can your Whopper make it my way? I got nothing. But I got a Whopper you can make my way. What? So yeah, he'll be here any second now. I'm hoping that by saying that it will make him appear, and then we'll do the whole thing. And then we'll get to the hard-hitting, hard-button topics. Like, I don't know, how much is enough money to leave on the nightstand for your prostitute at the end of the evening? I think at least Uber fare. If the woman was nice enough to have sex with you, she shouldn't have to pay for the cab. Or even if she hated having sex with you, she should definitely not have to pay for the cab. So, but who knows? But yes, I like the intern's idea of Ron goes Hawaiian. Who wants to come to Hawaii with me and be part of that show? We'll get a bunch of money and we'll go to the leper colony and we'll do it there. It'll be fun. And yes, I have hand lotion back here. That's for when I have Ron's alone time. It's almost empty. I should buy more because I can never tell if it's hand lotion or if it's my Wangu. I like how I talked about Wangu, and I think more people started watching. Wangu, it's like tattoo goo, but stickier. So let me see if because if we don't hear from Nate soon, I'll probably end up doing the coronation, say what I need to say, and then come back and play Wolfenstein. But we'll give him a few more minutes. Oh, thank you for the raid. I'm assuming it's over on Twitch if you're watching this live. I'm assuming that Seraph rated. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I can't see it because of the thing I'm using, so I can't see shit. Could you please give the raider a shout out, Colin or intern, one of y'all? Hello, Sally. Yeah, Nate should be here soon. I'm hoping. I'm crossing my fingers. But just to show everybody, when I say I'm becoming the king of late night, I fucking mean it. It's an exclamation point SO. But I meant it when I said I got a crown. I wasn't bullshitting. And thank you so much for the resub, Sally. I appreciate that. You're a sit down individual. Because I don't want you to have to stand up and hurt yourself. But yeah, I have so many things to talk about tonight. I'm kind of waiting for Nate. There we go. And he was playing Robert J. Kopp. There you go. Yeah. I'll give him 3 more minutes. But I have music, I have a little speech, I have everything. Because I'm fucking Ron Pertee, the king of late night TV. Yes, Robert Koppenheimer, yes. Yes, well, no, you can knight me, but I'm becoming a king of the late night realm. And if somebody says, oh, well, it's Colbert, or it's this person, or it's that person, okay, but they don't do their shows completely online, so it would definitely be I'm the king of online late night TV. Because I know right now, Pat, if he's watching the show, he's watching it on a TV. I know a lot of people who are watching it on a TV. What's everybody watching it on? Are they watching it on a computer, your phone, an abacus, something like that, something along those lines, maybe? Okay, all right, well, that's fine. But the thing is computers are the new TV screens, I would argue. Yes, not to be confused with King Mabel or Queen Nia Jax, who did the same move on Monday that gave us the beautiful, ow, my hole. I'm sure someone's watching on an iPod Touch. Or one of those little MP3 players that you can get off Amazon for $20 and you just see the title of the song playing and that's it. But yeah, so it's I'll give him another minute because he said 5 and the show's been on now for 15 almost. What? Yeah, watching on a Palm Pilot or a BlackBerry. Watching on a BlackBerry would be fun. Or one of those old T-Mobile sidekicks. Remember those things? If you remember the sidekick, wow, I used to have one. I thought I was so cool because I get the. I thought it was so fucking cool. No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, and now there's the Razr smartphone where you can fold it in half. Like, why? Oh, intern. Intern's watching on a Chuckberry, which is a BlackBerry. Oh, intern. You're lucky your blood. You are lucky your blood. So, all right. I guess since Nate's going to be a little late, Marion Barry. Your cousin, Marion Barry. Let's go ahead and get things going. Some of you will recognize this music as I place the crown upon my head. feels good. Feels right. And a little small. A little small. But I have a big head with a lot of thoughts in it. So there I am wearing the crown. I'll probably wear it for the rest of the night. Thank you very much. I do have a speech to give. I do have a small speech, so bear with me. First, there was Jerry Lawler. Then there was Harley Race. Hell, there was even a Macho King. There was. But none of them have what I have for you, my loyal subjects. And that is insecurity so bad that I shit my pants. So that is what I will bring to you, my fine ladies and gents of Ronatopia. Remember Fruitopia? I really liked Fruitopia. That was good stuff. Hold on, let me see if I can fix this, because this shit can come out, I think. Maybe, I don't fucking know. All I know is it ruined my hair. I had my hair all pretty looking for the ladies. And then this shit happened. Looks like fucking asbestos on my head. All right, maybe that'll be better. There we go. There we go. Now I look like the Night King. Winter is coming. All over your face. Skate, skate, skate. But I'm sticking to it. I'm not gonna run away from the fact that I'm wearing a fucking crown on the internet and claiming to be the king of late night TV. I'm doubling down on the bit. I'm just gonna go for it. So let's talk about something that really pissed me off today, and that is Aaron Rodgers. This has nothing to do with my hatred of him as a player. This has everything to do with my hatred of him as a person. So I'm going to look directly at you, Aaron, because you are a fucking idiot. Okay? You're dumb. You go on Pat McAfee's stupid show, and that's just going to get Pat in trouble because Pat McAfee is now a part of ESPN. Okay? So that's just going to get him in trouble because you're going on there, you're saying that Jimmy Kimmel is on Jeffrey Epstein's list? What? And you go, I'm going to pop a bottle. And it's because he made fun of you with UFOs? Because a late night host made a joke about you. You're going to say that he's part of this long list of people who had something horrible to do with people, like sex stuff. Not the good sex stuff, but the bad sex stuff. So you're going to run your mouth about him, a man who's married with kids, whose wife is this head writer. When would he have a chance to go to the Epstein Island? Seriously, when? I don't know. It's one of those situations where I don't get it. Well, it can work for Leno all at once because his chin probably brought people in when there was too much fog. Leno's chin was probably like, "Hey, everybody, come over this way for all the weird sex stuff." Yeah, it's just like, how can you go out there and put that out there? It's not an internet thing anymore. He's on ESPN, and Pat McAfee is totally, totally, totally irresponsible for allowing you to say these things with reckless abandon. See, you don't get crowns like this unless you know terms like reckless abandon. And it just drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. And Pat McAfee is he's on TV now with ESPN. He could ruin his career there. And he might not ever come back to the WWE to do commentary, which is fine. Which is totally fine because I don't like his commentary anyway. He's a piece of shit. And no one. This is Rontopia, bitch. Yeah, it's just one of those situations. And I gotta take this off. It's really hot. But I'll put it right here. No, let's put it over here. But it has happened. I am now crowned the king of late night. I'll put it over here instead. But it's yeah, he pisses me off. He makes me hate the fact that he ever played for Green Bay. You know, that everybody depended so much on him. We didn't need him. We still don't need him. Jordan Love is doing just fine. And you want to know what's great about Jordan Love is he's not a diva and he's growing with the team because they're all so fucking young. You know, he's becoming they're becoming this cohesive unit. Unlike Jay Leno's writing team. What are you going to do? Let's steal some more Steve Allen bits. So, yeah. That's what I'm pissed off about today. What I'm not pissed off about is apparently I just found out that Body Count, the film that I co-wrote, was up for Best Writer, Best Film, and a bunch of other stuff. It didn't win. Yes, Carson to Letterman to Ron. Maybe Conan. But I found out it was nominated for a bunch of stuff. Nominated for Best Kill, and I'm hoping that the best kill was my kill. And I'm not saying that to be what do you call it? Vain, but there was a kill in my segment you don't see in films anymore. I'll say, okay, I'll tell you what other movie it was in, and then if you know that movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. It was in The Hitcher with Rutger Hauer. So if you've seen The Hitcher, you know what I'm talking about. And all this love that I'm getting from writing the segment in Body Count, it really has me rethinking a lot of things. Like, I'm not giving the show up. Yeah, right. 3 fucking weeks. I'm not giving the show up ever, unless, you know, there's a big amount of money involved somehow. Oh my God.
Hello, everyone.
How was that 5 minutes?
Okay, here's the thing.
Wait. I already coronated myself. I already crowned myself.
Yes.
Because we couldn't keep people here that long. So let me put this back on as I say, as your king, I demand to know where you were.
So I kind of double booked myself. It's a new open mic here in town at the Clairvoyant Brewery, and they wanted me to close out the show. And so I said yes to it. And then several other comics showed up to sign up late after the sign up. And so it progressed. And then I get up and all the comics left to a second open mic. And there was 3 audience members and 3 other comics. And so I just put on a little, I guess, a class on etiquette of comedy and stuff like that. And
so basically told them that they're all a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But I even got a haircut for this. Look at that.
Huh? Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah. Wearing a nice shirt.
Yes, as am I. I look like I should be working in an office cubicle.
Nice. Yeah. I felt like I was for this special occasion.
I already talked about Aaron Rodgers and the Pat McAfee situation and how stupid that is.
So they're accusing him of being part of the whole.
No, Aaron Rodgers is accusing Jimmy Kimmel of being on the Epstein list.
Oh, I mean,
Jimmy Kimmel?
He's got some dark skeletons in his closet, you know?
Yeah, The Man Show.
Yeah. And like his whole Karl Malone thing, didn't get canceled. Like, he almost got canceled for it.
Well, and his Oprah Jim Free.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not saying that he wouldn't do it.
Well, I would. Okay, and this is going to sound really weird, and I love the guy, so I feel bad even saying it, but I would see Letterman on it before I would see Kimmel.
True. I don't know. I mean, like all my Hollywood heroes or people that I like to watch end up being just creepy motherfuckers, and like it's sad. It's like all my heroes are pedophiles or domestic abusers or alcoholics, like just like the whole rampant of things.
I didn't know you were an NFL fan.
Uh,
That's pretty much everything right there.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, any major league sports
Right.
these days.
Yep.
Like Kevin.
Exactly.
Like, but then again, like here's the other side of things. Like Michael Jackson, if he did it or not, but most likely he did it.
Probably the best performer ever. But he's
We'll lock my door.
Yeah, we don't want the bad contingent in fucking Boise to come in there. We're gonna throw potatoes at him.
It's meth, my friend. Meth is running rampant around here.
Potatoes at him.
The potatoes. You put the meth in the potatoes,
The best meth in Boise is brown. It's not blue.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it has a lot of carbs in it.
Don't eat the brown potatoes. The brown acid from
Woodstock, yes, because we're fucking ancient, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I made a few references throughout this week that nobody knew, so
Fair enough.
It's okay.
The other day, I was talking to the intern about the movie "Say Anything," and I just started riffing on the song "In Your Eyes."
Yeah.
And I was like, "In your pies, the light, the heat, your pies, I am
In
complete.
your eyes.
I see a doorway. It leads into the kitchen." Turn the whole thing instead of like love into just like, being fat.
Like that scene from is it 9.5 Weeks with Mickey Rourke and Kim Basinger in the kitchen.
Oh yes.
That love scene with all the food.
All I did was make my diabetes worse.
I know. Well, it's like watching the Food Network as if it was a porn channel type of thing.
Wait, I wasn't supposed to jerk off to that Italian chick? Gianni, or whatever her name is.
I mean, if you make anything, I was just talking to a friend of mine, LJ, here in town about that. Like, like it's every time when you smell baked goods or whatever like that, when you walk into a building, it's literally that cartoon smoke that comes to your nose and grabs you. That happens to me. Like it happened to me as a kid too. Like all the baked pies in the windows. Remember back then when they used to do that?
Oh yeah. Well, see, I actually, the hardest I ever came was watching Paula Deen add extra butter to something.
As she was saying the N-word.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Because nothing is hotter than racism and butter.
In fact, they go hand to hand, really. I mean, white people suck.
Yeah, we do. I decided that I'm going to watch a movie a day.
Oh, nice.
For the year. And because it is leap year, so it's basically my leap year at the movies. And I've already watched American Fiction with Jeffrey Wright.
I don't think I've seen that.
It just came out.
Nice.
And then I watched The Holdovers because that's on Peacock.
That's on my list. I want to see that.
Peacock now. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
And then I watched that movie that everybody's talking about on Netflix, Leave the World Behind.
Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews on that.
You really go into it like halfway through, you're just like, I really fucking hate Julia Roberts. And then you remember how at the end of Ocean's 11, she had a big thick mustache she was trying to hide. Go back and watch it. When Danny gets in the car with her, go back and look. She's got a fucking mustache. She looks like her brother Eric. I'm not watching Can. We've had this discussion. No musicals.
I've been watching season 2 of Reacher.
Oh, it's out, isn't it?
Yeah. So the first season was good. It was action. Didn't really need a lot of talking, but this one has a lot of talking. But it seems like AI wrote the script.
Oh no.
Yeah, like it's bad. It's really bad writing, but the action is cool. I'm sticking in for the cool action scenes. But the writing is like,
hood and it's like,
I'm gonna walk over here. Now that I'm walking over here, I'm gonna punch him. That's basically how the writing is.
That's just ridiculous.
Just explaining everything that they do.
Yes. Thank you for explaining again. Fucker.
But I did watch Equalizer 3
I saw that in
and
the
The
theater with
Flash.
my dad.
Yeah, and The Flash yesterday.
I'm sorry.
You know what? I enjoyed The Flash. It was
Because of Michael
fun.
Keaton?
Yeah, that was one of the best parts of it, for sure. And then seeing Nicolas Cage as one of the
Oh, man, that bothered me.
I
That bothered me.
yeah, it was all CGI, including with what's his name as Zod.
Yeah, and then we had Christopher Reeve and Helen Slater playing Superman and Supergirl
Yeah.
from that universe. So that got me. But I don't like him as Flash, Ezra Miller. But I like how they got rid of him. He's in that universe now.
Yeah, I mean, I like the two different Flashes together, like the dumb teenager kid,
Uh-huh.
and then I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best Flash, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Well, I was waiting for Barry's dad to complain about his TPS reports.
Yeah.
You know, if anybody doesn't get, come on, fucking people, come on, it's Office Space. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you people? But
He's on. Have you seen Louder Milk? That's a great show.
is it? Yeah, I've been rewatching The Simpsons again. And you're just like looking at people.
Being attacked by aliens.
I am the white hot flame of justice.
Okay.
The hot white flame of justice.
The hot white flame of semen.
All right, those are the comic fans.
Are you getting? Well, I mean, if they're the other comics, then they're not
Yeah.
coming on the show because they're not very funny. But
they're actually pretty funny. That's Moondeck, Clementine, and Holly.
Well, hey, she can come on the show. She's pretty cute. You should roll the window down.
All right.
Yeah, roll the window down. Let's talk to him.
Maybe. Well, that's weird.
I'm totally gonna Howard on her. You can't get it up?
I can't turn my car on. I don't know what that's all about.
He has that problem with women too, folks.
They're zombies now.
Oh, good. Hey, how you doing? How's the white hot flame of jism and the nice lady there too?
I'm not so nice. I just look nice. Thank you, though.
Yeah, come on, let's talk. Come here, darling. Let's have a little chat.
What are we doing?
Well, this
is Ron Petit. This is Holly, everybody.
Hi, Holly.
Hello.
How are you? Are you a comic too?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Newer.
We need more women comics.
Yeah.
Women are funny.
Oh, thanks. Women think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what though? But you're also cute, so that just adds on to it. You're like a Nikki Glaser. But I'm sure
I know. I'm still trying to figure that one out.
I'm sure your feet aren't gross like hers, though. I don't know if you've ever seen her feet. They're fucking disgusting.
Who?
Nikki Glaser?
Oh, Nikki Glaser. Yeah, I haven't seen her feet, but I'm sure they're probably starting to be that way. And yeah.
She pulled her foot out, and she had a foot fetishist on her show back in the day, and she pulled her foot out, and the guy who was into feet was even like, ugh.
Oh, no. Yeah, I think guys that are into feet would still be into mine, but I need to fix some things. Yeah.
Some things like you need to. Well, I'm not looking at your feet right now, sweetheart. I'm looking at your face. I don't care so much about Charlie Manson in the background, no.
Actually, there you go. There's Charlie's foot.
Oh, that's gross. Put your foot away, sir.
That was Moondeck's foot. He's a hilarious comic from Boise.
He is.
Hoof yourself back to the Spawn Ranch, Mr. Manson.
Please, Mr. Manson was my father.
Yeah, okay, Charlie. Just be careful with them pregnant ladies, buddy.
That's how I'm stopping my period, sir.
What about your period? It's Shark Week?
This is going to be the best podcast of the year.
Right yeah, it's only the first.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's going to go downhill from here.
It's all downhill. Nate was going to quote, do a little podcast in his car. We thought he was going to kill himself.
Oh, that's afterwards.
Here he is.
Yeah.
That's after.
I'm gonna do it during.
There we go. Everybody get your friends in here because Nate's going to kill himself, but he's not going to shoot himself in the foot or in the head or anything like that. He's going to eat himself to death. He went to In-N-Out, and he's got a lot of that brown potato meth.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And he's just going to carbo load. Just like brown potato.
Yeah. Speaking of that, can we first on your podcast?
Can you what?
Freebase on the podcast.
Yeah, go right ahead. I don't care. You do as much like Richard Pryor as you want.
Nate, can we freebase in your car? Is that okay?
For legal purposes, yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
I want to keep talking to Holly because she's cute.
Oh God.
Ron's got a crush on you.
That's a big part of being a woman in comedy, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I'd always be scared to sleep with a woman in comedy because like the jokes that she would come up with about my penis would be better than anything I could, and that would piss me off.
It's true.
That is not my experience.
Well, I mean, when you're hanging out with all those guys, you're not going to have that experience.
Uh-huh.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm insinuating that you look like Charles Manson.
Uh-huh.
It's more than insinuating.
I'm a lot taller than Charles Manson.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, and you are now for sure.
Yeah.
So we were discussing a little bit ago before you guys became the white hot flame of jism. We were discussing the Epstein list that's about to come out. Are you on the Epstein list?
No, I killed Jeffrey Epstein, so I got to take it off.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good thing then.
I strangled him, and he just took it like a bitch.
As you would, I suppose.
I signed an NDA, so I can't really talk about anything.
All right. You like tall guys, Holly?
Of course. I'm
6'4".
short. And a girl.
I'm
it's
6'4".
just a woman, any woman. Oh, he's trying.
My intern is watching the show, and he said that you look like the Geico caveman.
That's a horrible thing to say
about Holly.
Yeah, he's talking about Holly. He's not talking about you.
About me?
No, he's
I
talking
would
about
never do commercials.
Okay, yeah, right. Here's a check for $50 million. You want to do a commercial? Nah, I don't want to sell out. I don't want to drive a Canyon Arrow.
You guys got roped into the podcast.
Yeah.
More people?
So now we have LJ Sullivan, one of the funniest mans I know, and then there's Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's Aaron. Yeah, oh, you guys can go. I just want to talk to Holly. How's it going, Holly? How you doing?
All right, there you go. You can take that.
Let's go for a walk. Let's go watch this. You want to go watch the submarine races?
Watch some submarine races.
Let's go for a walk.
I'm old. If I said that and nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about,
we can do like a man on the street things.
Yes, let's. Yeah, because now you won't look like you won't look like Dog the Bounty Hunter's friend who was quote unquote changing his pants in his car.
Do you have any references from this decade?
No.
We do not. No.
Okay, we're old.
Yeah.
I'm also working on my references because apparently they're pretty annotated too. Yeah, I'm still stuck.
So this is the bar that we're at, the Clairvoyant Brewery, that open mic.
Is that snow I see on the ground?
There's a little bit of snow. It snowed on Christmas Day and then disappeared.
It rained on Christmas Day here.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
They're probably having a pot smoking circle right now.
Oh, well, that's fine. But I hope Holly knows I'm from Wisconsin, so I'm really good at nipples.
She's now getting high, so.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Well, then she'll find me more attractive, so it's okay.
I like that background. Look at that. Well, I could watch anybody coming up behind me to murder me.
You know, Colin makes a good point. Why make any references from this decade? It sucks ass.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna have to make new references for 2024. The Ron references.
I mean, I did do that cold open a while ago where I was Trump and I was just reading the lyrics to Wet Ass Pussy to try and win the youth vote.
That is true. That is true.
And I told everybody that Obama still had the Underground Railroad under the White House.
I'll grab that. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Are you trying to hide the fact that they're all getting high?
No, just overhearing their conversations while talking to you.
Yeah, let's all listen in. Well, I don't know what that somebody just got a thumb up their ass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what you get for doing an open mic here in Boise.
Oh, so in
unlike
Boise,
unlike
you just
Milwaukee, you get a thumb up
your ass.
your ass.
Yeah, in Milwaukee, you just don't have a crowd.
Yeah.
Or your crowd is all comics.
Well, I went up last, so it was just comics and a couple audience members. There were about 20 audience members at the beginning of the night.
Oh, okay. So
I didn't know that there was a comedy open mic.
Let's talk about Holly a little bit more. How's let's. Yes, I'm totally objectifying her, but I don't care.
I mean, it's there are a couple women in this scene that are just stupendously attractive and funny as well. And then there's a few that aren't funny.
But they're attractive?
They're not funny.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I actually know of a comedian who's not funny at all, but she uses the fact that she's cute to have an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh, it's a free OnlyFans." I'm like, "Yes, tits." And then it's like, "No, if you want to see me just in a G-string and my boobs covered, it's going to cost you $20." No. Pornhub is still free.
That is correct.
Yeah, and there's so many other websites.
And I say amen to that for being free.
Yes. Yeah.
And all you need is
Colin just said, so they're Amy Schumer. Hey, for a
nice
while
one.
back in the day,
nice one. Yeah.
I kind of would have banged her, but then if you find out that she's like stealing jokes from people and
she's kind of an ugly person on the inside.
Yeah, that's just not no.
From what I gather from interviews, like I haven't met her personally, so I can't really say per se.
Right,
right. I've heard stories about Dustin Diamond, and he was a true gentleman to me.
But see, he lived in Wisconsin, so I kind of he was from everybody I've ever known that's talked to him, he's a real fucking asshole.
He rubbed my back before he put it in.
Oh, good. That's good. You should get Holly in the car with you and then make it even weirder when you hand her the phone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's up?
I think they took off to the second open mic tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's that's another thing about that any aspiring comics who are listening need to know is if you live in a town that has more than one open mic on a night, go to all of them.
Yeah.
As many as you can, because you need as much fucking. That's the thing. Seinfeld said in Comedian that was dead on. You need to get as much stage time as possible.
Yeah, the more opportunities you have, take them, because some places don't have that.
Yeah. Like Wisconsin is like, there's like maybe 2, but they're so far away from each other. Yeah. Whereas in New York, there's like 4 going on at once.
Yeah.
There's like the Comedy Cellar. There's this. There's that. And now let me ask you something. Is it okay to laugh at Louis again?
I think I was getting to that point before we got interrupted by the white justice of Joe's or whatever. Yeah. White justice of Joe's. That's weird. But no, like, yeah, Kevin Spacey is creepy, whatever, but I still like his movies.
That's the weird part. Like,
I'm not gonna stop liking his movies.
Baby Driver was fantastic, but he has such a small role in it, but it's pivotal. But it's one of those things where you're like, but I like the rest of the movie, and John Hamm's in it, and he's you get lost in his eyes.
Yeah. Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Whatever you believe, his music is still great. It's not going to stop the fact.
Yeah, exactly.
Louis C.K. is funny. Dave Chappelle is funny.
Did you watch his new special yet?
Not yet.
He's still going on the trans thing, but I still think it's funny.
I heard that joke. I heard that joke that they're complaining about, and he said it was actually a poignant story. Like, I'm sorry. I see what's in front of me. I see it's a car. It turns out to be a bike. I don't know. Like, and he did a poignant story about Jim Carrey being Andy Kaufman.
Yes.
And like, yeah, like if you were to meet your idol and he's playing a different character throughout his entire moment of doing that film, you're going to be a little disappointed because you didn't know.
Yeah. You didn't get to meet the actual person. You got to meet him as a character.
Like I'm not that I'm tired of pronouncing genders wrong or whatever. I want to get to know you. What's your name? That's what I want to know. That's all I need to know. And
not only that, but I forget who said it, but I think it was Patton Oswalt who said it, and I'm not really a big fan of his. I
like his acting.
He said something to the effect of, it's always the evil ones always get it right the first time. It's the good ones that take time to get, because they want to get it right. You know what I mean? They don't have ill intentions. You know, and there are people I know that I've been like, I've said the wrong pronoun and I didn't mean it intentionally. It was just, boom, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's just the way life is. You can't expect everything to be perfect all the time.
And so, we've seen the YouTube video of this transgendered man into woman who goes to restaurants, and if the waiter gets it wrong, she complains to the manager to have them fired.
Now, see, that's bullshit. You're fucking with somebody's livelihood at that point.
That's just pure ego right there.
Yeah,
get your ego out of it. We've taken our ego out of it.
Yeah, that's just total...
I'm just talking to you as a human being, as a person in front of me. If I got it wrong, just say, hey, you got it wrong. Okay. It's
Sorry,
like with names.
I'll try and do better next time.
Yeah, like with names. I forget people's names all the time, and yeah, that's disappointing. But if I hear it like 5 or 6 times, it's in my head.
George has a point, folks.
Yeah, it's in my head. I don't know.
But like Louis,
Jerry, gold.
Yeah. What with Louis especially, because I know he just put out a whole new special, and his entire FX series is for sale for $30 on his website. And I was just like, oh shit, because I thought that show was great. And I was just like, is it okay to laugh at Louis again? Because, I mean, granted, what he did is nowhere near as bad as what someone like Harvey Weinstein did or Bill Cosby did. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it still wasn't exactly...
It wasn't kosher.
No. But Dave still has sellouts every time he does his shows. And he said some stuff that people have gotten really upset about.
I think Sam Morril said it best. It was like the first time that there was that controversy with Dave Chappelle. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, they're going to cancel. No, you're not. He was at a comedy club somewhere in Cleveland or something like that. You're not going to cancel Dave Chappelle. If Dave Chappelle was canceled, he'd be working a club like this one that I'm working in. Like unfortunately, he's beyond that point. And like, I don't know. Who knows? And again, it's jokes.
Yeah.
And he did it. I think it's like Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. They made Evil Dead. They thought it was funny. It wasn't. It was supposed to be a horror movie. And so they made Evil Dead 2 to make fun of the Evil Dead, but whatnot. So it's like,
no, I hear you. I get it.
He's just laying it in. He's double downing. That's what he's doing because he knows it's going to piss people off.
Right. And I think that's what it is too at this point. But all right, everybody, we're going to wrap up. See, you think the show hasn't been on long, but it's been on almost an hour.
Yeah. So 15 minutes. 15 minutes.
Well, whatever. We still have to do our what do you call it? So everybody, give me just a second here. Let me bring it up. Where is it? Oh, wait, here's Ric Flair talking about wings.
Wings!
But let's just talk a little bit about what we learned tonight. And And don't forget, everybody, after the show, if you're in the Twitch chat, stay there. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back to play Wolfenstein 2's DLC so I can kill more Nazis. Now, what did you learn tonight, Nate?
Here's what I learned, that Jimmy Kimmel was on Epstein Island, and that if you tell your friends at an open mic they're going to do a podcast in your car, they think you're smoking pot, and they come out to annoy you, and they realize, oh, you're actually doing a podcast.
And I learned that there's kind of hot stand-up comedians in Boise, so I may have to take a trip out to the Potato State.
We are very attractive here in the Idaho. It's the potatoes.
Well, I mean, I don't know what all that, but I am waiting to hear back about somebody, a big guest, so we'll see how that goes. Stay tuned to social medias, at I'm Uncle Ron. And on the 5th, you have something big coming up. Why don't you go ahead and let everybody know, sir?
So, last year, just seems like yesterday. Last summer, last June, I filmed a comedy special produced by Blue City Comedy and filmed by Ben Friedman of Totus Media. And it's all edited, all ready to go. And so we're having a live viewing for those people who missed the filming. We're viewing it at the Mad Swede, downtown Boise, Friday, January 5th at 7 p.m. It's a free ticket, but if you can go to bluecitycomedy.com or Blue City Comedy on Eventbrite to get your free ticket, that we have a head count, that we know how to staff
Now,
for the night.
Do you think that your king could possibly get a chance to see this at some point?
Yes. So after this, we're going to shop it to Amazon and Netflix.
Okay.
And then eventually be on YouTube.
Okay. I
And
meant before that, but yes. God damn it.
Oh, like a private viewing for you?
Yes, a private viewing with Holly.
If I get it, I'll definitely send it to you.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's everything for this week, everybody. We'll see you next week. I want to thank everybody for all the support that we've gotten since the show came back. It's been a lot of fun.
I love you all.
I haven't loved all of you, but I've loved as many of you as I could. So we'll see. If you're in Boise, check out the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure if you check out Comic Nate Ford on social media, you'll be able to get all the information. All that happy horse poop. So I want to thank you all for being here, and we'll see you next week.